Hi everyone, I'm Mel and welcome to ThriverTV, the place to break free from narcissistic abuse with quantum tools and understandings. So this ThriverTV episode is about, shouldn't we make the narcissist accountable? Now, the really interesting thing about accountability is when we need it, we don't get it. And in my previous journey as a victim, absolutely, I was righteous, I was incensed, I was devastated. I was trying to make friends and family and associates and colleagues understand who the narcissist was. I wanted to expose him. I wanted police to find him out. I wanted the legal system to take action against him. And I battled really, really hard for those things. And when I was doing all of that, none of it worked. I was smeared worse. I was the one that was wrong. I was the one that was getting ripped to shreds. And he just kept skipping through it all and, you know, looking perfect and smiling, and nothing was happening to him. And there's really good reasons that that was happening. And I know a lot of people experience this with narcissists and they think, well, oh my God, they just get away with blue screaming murder, and I can't, no matter what I do, I'm the wrong one and I can never hold them accountable. We really need to understand that there are two very specific quantum laws of life that trying to force somebody else to be accountable is defying. And the first quantum law is judgment, that we are needing everybody personally to evolve out of judgment to love. Because the truth is, if we're judging self or another, we are withholding love from ourselves and others. We cannot be both simultaneously. We cannot be judgment and love at the same time. We're either one or the other. And the second quantum law is conditional living. And if we have a belief that something specific needs to happen in order for myself to be okay, well then we're in conditional living. We're not being an unconditional being that has unlimited resources as an unlimited being with the entire field of life, which means that if something doesn't work out, we have something else to choose from. So quantum law is expansion, it's not contraction, and it's not conditions, and it's not specifics. Now, there's another law, and this is an even bigger picture law, quantum law, is that we have decided if we need accountability in order to be okay, or our life to go on, or in order to be vindicated, or in order to get at peace, what we are deciding is that what happened in our life experience, in our holograph, was wrong. And really what we're saying is that life in all its components is not an aspect of divinity expressing itself. So really what we're saying is that God doesn't exist, or there is some force other than God. Now at the quantum level, we don't have that belief. At the quantum level, what we do have a belief is that everything, no matter how it seems, is unfolding in perfect and divine order, given the journey of everybody's soul that's involved in that event is taking. So at the quantum level, as a thriver, what we say is, there is a reason that this happened. You know, the narcissist as a messenger was reflecting back to me my original traumas and my unhealed parts that I hadn't up-leveled yet. So everything that the narcissist did to me as an injustice is a message of a former injustice I still had in my energy field, which allowed this to come into my life. Otherwise, it couldn't have been there. So this has given me a pointer to up level, to heal, to release myself in order to come home to myself. So that's the biggest message that the Thriver takes in regard to accountability, is that this is about me healing me. Now, in no shape or form am I saying to you, don't take action. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is don't take action as a victim. Because if you take action as a victim and you're in the demonizing of the narcissist, what's actually happening at the quantum level is the next door neighbor with the bin. Such a beautiful day to do this out here today. And it's like, okay, it's quiet now. No, we're in suburbia. What would you expect? This reminds me of Phuket and all the distractions when I sit out here. So anyway, back to the topic. So the topic being that when, when we're demonizing the narcissist and we're saying that this is, this is wrong and I need to force you to be accountable, we're not understanding the quantum law that there is no separation. That it is impossible for us to demonize another without our inner being demonizing ourselves. There is only one person that is stripping down and ripping to shreds, and it's ourselves when we're demonizing somebody, because our energy field is full of demonization, which means that not only are we attacking our own inner being and withholding love from it and smashing it to pieces, what we're also doing is we're attracting more demonization into our life. So rather than the narcissist be held accountable and stop doing what they're doing, what is so much more likely is that they're going to get away with it, so that we're going to get demonized even more. There is no amount of doing and taking matters into our own hands that is going to compensate for our lack of beingness. And in fact, it's futile. It's no different from, there is no amount of fitness training you can do that is going to sort out a bad diet. It's not going to work. Our internal landscape is what's so important here. So the Thriver knows that the most important thing is to track the traumas in our body to our original wounds, to up-level them, to be free of them, and then take action from an authentic, honest, showing up, confident self, but have no requirement for any specific outcome. The Thriver knows in the quantum law that whatever is going to unfold is perfect given our own evolution. So if we've still got something coming back at us, we know we've got to keep tracking, we've got to keep releasing, we've got to keep up-leveling, so that we don't have a conditional dependency on that thing needing to unfold in any particular way in order for us to be whole. So as a Thriver, we understand specifically that when we make the highest objective here, not making the narcissist accountable, but to live a heart-centered, evolving, divine state of our own existence through leveling up and growing up our young traumas to be free from ourselves. We understand that accountability starts to happen on its own accord. And this is exactly what happens in this community by droves, is that as a result of people working on themselves with the Thriver orientation, things start falling into place. People get rulings that were unprecedented, that were way outside the normal jurisdictions of their areas, because the field is matching their inner state. And what we realize is when we get unclogged by traumas, we create space for the divinity of life to enter, to start weaving its miracles, because we're tapped into a higher self that has more permutations and more resources that we could ever dream of. It has the ability to line up the right things. It has a life, a universe of resources to draw from, which we certainly don't have in our limited logical mind. And those resources, those unlimited divine resources, we don't have any access to them when we're clogged up with trauma and demonization and needing accountability. We're completely snapped off from that. So I hope that explains about accountability. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also too, I'd love you to make comments. It really helps support this revolution that I'm so passionate about. And if you haven't already accessed a Get Started pack which is my free resources that can help you from narcissistic abuse, please do that. And I'd also love you to join me in one of my 3 keys webinar, and there's another one opened up right now where you can learn how to get into your body and how to do this really important work. So that's it from me to the next video. So keep smiling and keep thriving, because there's really nothing else to do. And lots of love till next time. Bye bye.